AI versus humans, or humans versus AI. Today we're going to talk about the ways that people are already competing with AI, how we're actually competing, maybe discuss why we're even competing in the first place, and discuss whether or not it really needs to be a winner-takes-all situation. How are we competing with AI today? The most important part of my statement is today. If you are of the mentality that the AI impact is later on in the future, not going to impact you, your family, your communities, I encourage you to continue to watch this episode and possibly some of our previous episodes. AI has been able to do really basic things for us for a long time. And we just didn't know that it was a thing until it became part of popular news. Things like word processing and natural language processing. Then it advanced into machine learning, where basically we take that language and we evolve it to something else. And now IBM has really done a great job of explaining the most advanced use of AI, which is a quantum AI, which is just a hardware and processing system that has to do something so complex that your just normal computer and your normal algorithms are not gonna cut it. So when it comes to AI and what we're competing for, most of us think about jobs and whether or not a computer can do something better than us that would make us really irrelevant. The surprising statistics are that the role and the kind of jobs that are really going to be reduced, never obsolete, but reduced, is anything related to really white collar, executive, management, administrative positions. There has been so many studies about just the change in skills demand versus managerial demand. Like in the 80s, it was okay that we were just like this corporation model and there was a lot of managers and you wanted to climb the ladder. But what has happened incrementally over the past 10 years and now is just accelerating is the value of being a specialist, owning a craft or a specialty that really no one else can do, or that you do better than anyone else, not just because you're a human, but because you're doing the work with AI. These are some interesting statistics about the skills that people really probably don't want to hone, and certain approaches to education that might not yield a good return on investment because the financial reward might not be there. But these are also the very specialized skills that are growing and in demand. The next part of our conversation is to figure out, why are we even competing? I mean, really, I can think of a lot of machines that can think faster than I can and provide better answers than I can, that are more accurate than I can. And if I'm just being real, I don't want to compete with AI. And I hope that more people understand that it doesn't have to be a full-on competition. But these are the ways that we are existing and competing with AI from a human perspective. One, bots are everywhere. And whether or not they are incorporated into the process of how you even get introduced to somebody, whether or not you're using a talent marketplace like pepelwerk, or whether or not you are using some sort of gig app, there is some sort of AI technology that is getting you introduced to working opportunities and determining whether or not you get that opportunity or not. Then there's a separate side of the conversation, which is you actually competing as a resource for organizations to do a job, to do a task. It's been fascinating to see and learn that certain automation can be programmed to be your next barista at your coffee shop. It can also be programmed to help your surgeon understand before they make a cut that it might not be the best cut to make. So two extreme roles in our ecosystem or in our economy, but we're really not competing in the sense of, do we have to compete with resources? Because AI and the use of AI for bots and the use of AI for software, they're not competing for any resource for us. It's just that we're a little scared that we won't have the income or the opportunity or the stability to have what we need to take care of ourselves and our family and our community. Okay, in this battle of AI versus humans or humans versus AI, does it really have to be a winner-take-all situation? Of course, I don't think that that has to be the case, but how do you actually prepare your children and yourself and your community for the AI era when we know that we're going to have to make some really interesting changes in how we upskill ourselves, how we prepare and redefine what we're going to be doing for work, what we think of as a source for income, and even how we learn and pay for education. I mean, the name of the game in the AI era is finding ways for you to be nimble and for you to get the information that you need before you need it. And obviously that's what we really focus on for all of our individuals who use our People app to join our community, and how we support organizations, whether they're companies hiring or educators trying to connect their students and their curriculum to the job market, or whether or not it's our community leaders that are trying to understand how do we best prepare people to have all of the same relevant and useful information and pretty cool AI tools to help make informed decisions so that it doesn't have to be a winner-take-all situation, and maybe we don't have to feel like it is a competition, but more of a partnership with AI and advanced technology. I am Kim Kelly, the CEO and co-founder of pepelwerk. Let us know how you're preparing for life in the AI era. What are things that you're concerned about that you think AI is going to adversely impact our community, society, your family? And let's address the issue, because maybe if we just address the issue and talk about them, maybe we can walk into the AI era with a little more peace of mind.